Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. It feels like a long time since I've done a video, and it's probably just been, maybe a little over a week. As you may know, we had company, my son and his wife and daughter from Italy. So we really had a good time, and we kept busy with lots of activities, going places, cooking, cleaning up from cooking, and just talking and getting to know each other. So a funny thing is my son Paul, who's the Air Force guy, he was sort of wrestling with his younger brother Noah, who's 17, and in the course of this little outdoor wrestling match, Paul got a broken ankle. So it was tragic. It's very bad, and the ER doctor said this looks pretty bad. When you get back to Italy, you need to see your doctor there. But anyway, so the moral of the story is don't mess with somebody bigger than you. Anyway, haha, kind of a funny joke, but it was a shame. He had to limp around all week on his boot type cast thing. So what I wanted to show you though were a couple book related things. I haven't done a book review in a while, and I just wanted to briefly mention this book. Our book club is meeting this week, and we are discussing Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. This was an amazing book. Very unusual setting, time, situation. I was drawn into this book right away. Sometimes it takes me a while, depending on a book, but absolutely loved it. A lot going on. It's a story about overcoming, about determination, about independence, but also a story where we see our need for companionship and friendship, and how we really do long for the company of other human beings, I guess you could say. So there's a little bit of a mystery going on, and there's also just the story of basically a young girl who's kind of left on her own and learns how to take care of herself, but along the way meets friends that help her get through rough times, a bit of a romance. So anyway, I won't tell you more than that, but something different. This is the book for you. If that's what you're looking for, I really, really recommend this book. Let's see, let's just take a quick look at the page number. Let's see, the actual reading part, 367 pages. And let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, so this takes place... Can you believe I can't remember the state? I want to say, oh my gosh, was it a Carolina? I'm not sure. It's been a couple weeks since I finished it. Maybe it says in the front. Yeah, North Carolina coast. You will just get a deepened appreciation for the beauty of marsh areas, water along the coastline. Anyhow, it's a little unique area in time and history as well. So just thumbs up, 2 thumbs up on that one. And then I wanted to show you the kind of sequels to this book. I mentioned this a while ago, Susan Branch's A Fine Romance, Falling in Love with the English Countryside. I have shown this, but it's just a lovely book that looks like you are actually picking up her journal from her trip to England with her husband and reading her book, because it's made so interestingly and beautifully. So this is the most recent part of the story, but then I had a friend tell me a little bit more about, and I have seen these, but I didn't really have an interest in reading them until I realized that this is more of her story. So Susan Branch, The Fairy Tale Girl, and Martha's Vineyard, Isle of Dreams are like the 2 that come before this, but they were actually, if I understand correctly, written afterwards. So in that sense they're sequels, but they're prequels because the story is prior to this one. I've recently started this one, and it's so cute too. This is her story as a young girl and young woman and so forth. So lots of really just fun reading and beautiful illustrations along the way. So that is a kind of thing to delve into if you just want something that's entertaining and a story, somebody's life story, told in an interesting and amusing way with beautiful handwriting and drawings to enhance that. Now this is kind of a little find that I came across accidentally. I am involved with Operation Christmas Child, which is a part of Samaritan's Purse. It's an organization that does many things. One thing I love about Samaritan's Purse is if there's a natural disaster somewhere, they have a plane ready, they fly down and they supply people with whatever it is they're needing to get through the immediate disaster. Sometimes they come and rebuild homes after flooding or hurricanes and so forth. And then the division of Operation Christmas Child is packing shoe boxes to send to kids worldwide, poverty or war-torn countries that really have no hope, have absolutely no money, no supplies, very often have never received a gift. And Operation Christmas Child sends a gift and also the message of God's love within that gift. You can find out more by going online, but I was looking for supplies for that ministry. I'm always shopping, as they say, always be shopping. And I came across these Mead College Ruled composition notebooks. I think I've got this at our local Walmart market, and it was marked down to either 25 cents or 50 cents. I picked up a couple. And then when I got home, I just kind of opened it up to see what it was like. And this paper is so smooth. It makes me think of Clairefontaine paper. I am not a paper expert, don't pretend to be, very limited experience, but I did have enough wherewithal to think, try this with your fountain pens. So this one I'm keeping for me. This will not go in a Christmas Child box, but I'm using this for correspondence. I just wrote my grandkids a little letter. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that this is amazing. High quality paper. I don't know what kind of paper, but it's very smooth and it has worked quite nicely with the, let's see, 5 pens I have inked up currently. The first one is a Roshizuku Takesumi. It's the charcoal bamboo or charred bamboo or something. That wrote very nicely on there. Then I tried SBRE Brown's Dutch Masters from Van Ness Pens in my TWSBI. So I kind of had a TWSBI a couple of weeks here. Also very nice. And some shading is visible with that. The next one was the TWSBI Eco in my another broad pen, my purple pen, Diamine Blue Edition Winter Miracle. That one I'm not really getting any of the little touches. Well, actually, I say that and now I see it. A slight touch of the green or gold kind of shimmer that you can get with that ink. Is it shimmer or sheen? Yeah, shimmer, I guess. I still can't keep those straight. Maybe it's one or the other. It doesn't have the particles, so I guess it's sheen. But it's still, these three write so smoothly on here. And then the Vinta Marholika is a blue ink with like red shading. It is similar to the one called Nitrogen, I believe. You really don't get a whole lot of the red shading, but as I'm kind of turning this away, I'm getting some on the number ones and the dots of the eye. So the shading or maybe not shading, but the shimmer or sheen is less pronounced on this paper, but it feels very smooth and there's no bleeding or bleed through. Feathering is what I meant to say, but also I did write earlier and I'm not getting any bleed through. You can see, I guess, what we call ghosting, but no bleed through, and no feathering, at least on the 5 inks I've used. And then here, this is the Kaweco, my Kaweco collection, dark olive, double broad, diamine ancient copper. And I wrote just a note, I like this ink a lot. I love that ink. Not as wild about it on this paper, but it still wrote very nicely. So a couple of you have commented to me to try a paper from CVS. I haven't gotten there yet. I drive by them all the time, but it's always when I'm headed somewhere else and I don't have time to stop. I'm wondering if that is similar to this, or maybe this is the same kind of paper. But it's super smooth. I mean, and I got it for 50 cents, so maybe when it's not on clearance, it might be $1 or $2. 100 sheets. I don't know what size this is. Let's see. It's like a 10 length. Well, it can't be 10 by 10, can it? 10 inches tall. Gosh, if I could just think, it would help. And about 7.5 wide. Is that one of the B size books? I don't know. Anyway, might be worth trying. Let's see, it's ACCO brands. I don't know much about this. 5starbuiltstrong.com. Made in Vietnam. And let's see, this is a plasticky cover with sort of a, feels like a papery or kind of a cloth type binding, and it's sewn. So, I mean, this would be great for writing, like journaling. If you're writing a story or a little novel, short story, this would be nice. This would be good for taking notes in a class. I just think it's pretty nice. It's probably not my favorite size to carry around with me, but I am favorably impressed with the quality of the paper. For the pens I have inked, it seems to work as a good everyday paper or a letter writing paper. And like I said, I just wrote to some family members and I just tore it out of that. The other thing that is really sweet is my new daughter-in-law left this journal with me when they left this past weekend. She's, I think, around 25, and she's had this notebook for maybe close to 10 years, probably not quite, maybe 8 years, 7 or 8 years. And she just asked me before she left if I wanted it. And I'm like, sure, you know, I thought it would look neat on my ink shelf. But isn't that fun? So this is from Italy. I can't tell what kind of paper it is. It looks like any kind of sticker identification has been removed, but it's got this thing that we're all used to with the Leuchtturm and the moleskins and so forth. The paper inside feels rough, like it might be a good sketch pad or a multimedia type paper. I just thought that was really sweet that she left it, and it kind of has a vintage look because it's a little bit weathered. She said she used to take it with her wherever she went. So here, this entry is from January 2016, and it's written in Italian, so I don't know Italian, and I can't really probably decipher it. But she just left it with me because she knows I like things like this. We got a good laugh over it, though, because she was rereading some of it, and she said she's being the typical melodramatic teenage girl, and is like, I just know there's no opportunity out there for anybody, but there is one opportunity for me, and I need to go out and find it. And she was just laughing at herself like, oh yes, there's no opportunity for anybody, but I do get to have one opportunity. So anyway, it was really hilarious. So I'm putting this on my ink shelf, and maybe someday I'll try to decipher it, or next time she visits I'll have her read some more. But it's pretty special, and I just thought that was funny. So that's my update. I do want to do a video with some inks for fall. I still have my 5 inks from the last ink of the week, like a week ago. I haven't changed that. I'm still using those. They've been great. But I kind of feel ready to try something new and maybe add a pen or two into the mix, or take some out and add some that are fall colors. So I'm pretty sure I'll continue on with the Ancient Copper. I'm using the SBRE Brown from Van Ness Pens. It's the Ackerman ink, but it's called Dutch Masters. That's a nice ink. Reminds me a lot of sepia, but it flows better, and it just doesn't feel as dry to me. I'm liking that a lot. So I'm not sure. I hope to get that out later today, tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with that. So I'm just kind of getting caught up around here since having company. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. If you have stuck it out this long, I appreciate your joining me this evening. Check out the book if you need a good book. And also, these are really fun stories just to enjoy life and distract yourself from anything that may be weighing heavy on your heart. So, thanks. Talk to you soon. Take care.